Hello there, Jason Rosen here with my dear friend Troy Opperly, and we're here to talk about some new and exciting products that we've recently developed. The first being the hydrochloric acid product, Troy. I mean, this was a big, huge, you're like, what do you want to make first? I'm like, number one, HCl. It's, to me, probably the most important supplement we can take as, Americans eating the standard American diet. Number one being when we cook our food, it just takes that much more, like 3 times the amount of hydrochloric acid just to break that food down. Right. And with enzymes, HCl goes hand in hand with that. We only get so much per lifetime. So, I'm like, Troy, what else can we do to add? And then you're like, well, I've got some ideas on what we can do to make this a really nice product. So, we put in some enzymes, of course, right? Right.
A panel of fungal enzymes. So that's a protease, amylase, and lipase. And again, that's just meant to enhance the effectiveness of the HCl.
Right, and another cool thing about those fungal enzymes is they can survive the pH of HCl, whereas if you use like a typical animal or plant-based enzyme, it's going to be wasted in the capsule, right?
Exactly.
So I guess going back again to HCl, I did a whole dissertation basically on this when I worked for my last company. But to me, not only do we need it to break down our overly cooked food, but it's huge for our livers because our livers just get bombarded with incompletely digested food over and over again through the paddle portal system. HCl can dead stop that from happening. And also when it comes to genetics, which that's just huge under industry right now, genetics is how do we methylate? And HCl is also called trimethylglycine, which is like one of the most important methyl donors that we have from preventing our aberrant or negative genes from being expressed.
That's what I like about our relationship is like you bring, that to the table. And then from my perspective, I'm always looking at it from the enzyme side. So all of your proteolytic enzymes need the right pH in order to be fully effective. So without the HCl, as again, you mentioned, as we age, those levels drop dramatically. So there is no possible way without HCl for you to digest your proteins completely. I don't care how many, activity units of protease are in there, not going to do you any good. So again, we want to provide the right environment so that the HCl will bring the pH level down to the exact level that it needs to so the enzymes can fully express themselves. I always liken it to a light switch. So if the light switch is off, the enzymes are not going to come on. They're not going to do their job. They're going to pass through and you're going to have incompletely digested proteins, going to end up back in the liver, having to deal with that, your floating immune complexes, all that whole issue to deal with. So if HCl is there, the light switch turns on, the enzymes do their thing, break down the proteins completely, suddenly you have a whole new picture.
Absolutely.
Right? So that's a beautiful
completely
thing.
Completely synergistic.
Completely different, yeah. And then with this, you mentioned as far as what we added, so in addition to the HCl, so we have the full dose, 500 milligrams of HCl, but we've also added a small panel of fungal-based enzymes, which you mentioned survive the stomach acid, which is very, very important. So we have a protease, an amylase, and a lipase in there again, so kind of help pre-digest some of that food that's in there. And there's also the small amount of trace minerals that are kind of our signature that help to fully activate the enzymes.
Absolutely. Yeah, we're super excited about getting this product out to the docs and what it's going to do for your patients.